I couldn't stay calm. No matter how well I did, it wasn't enough. My heart would race, my face would flush, my stomach would turn, and inevitably the tears would escape. My favorite high school teacher called me Waterworks, and my mom wanted to know why a straight-A student needed so many hours of tutoring. I didn't trust myself to be smart enough to accomplish my goals. Then I found yoga. It taught me to breathe, be flexible in both body and mind, but most importantly, it forced me to accept imperfection in myself. No yoga practice will ever be perfect or stagnant. It is a flow just like life. As I learned to watch my mind instead of letting my emotions get away from me, I could embrace this reality. Being a yoga teacher taught me to empathize with my students. I knew what it felt like to meet them out with anxiety and use yoga to manage my mind. I knew what it felt like to practice through injury. At age 16, I was told I would need a hip replacement by 22. Here I am at 25 with my own, very healthy hip joints. I knew what it felt like to wish my body was different because I couldn't do what the person next to me could. I knew what it felt like to be bashfully flattered by compliments about the advanced poses I eventually evolved into. I knew what it felt like to feel frustrated, elated, energized, exhausted, inspired, defeated, and transformed on my yoga mat. As a teacher, I shared that perspective and used the power of empathy to teach others the practice that changed my life. My teacher told me not to think so much, to let the words come through me, not to me. She wanted me to teach based on intuition of what the class needed and resist relying on my intellect. This project caused me to realize how much I rely on empathy in the words I choose and the actions I take. Over time, I learned to manage the chaos of my own anxiety by observing instead of attaching. It seems to me that the most impactful social ventures are the ones based on a simple but nuanced observation of a human need that is not being met by existing infrastructure. Since high school, I've come to trust my brain. As a yoga teacher, I nurtured my ability to empathize by intuiting the needs of my students and crafting classes around those needs. Now I am learning to channel that empathy to make change through observation as a social entrepreneur.